Once, the god of death sent one of his messengers to Earth to retrieve the soul of a woman who had just passed away. Obediently, the messenger descended to Earth, but upon arrival, he was filled with worry. Before him lay 3 small girls, triplets. One was still nursing from their dead mother's breast. Another was crying loudly, and the third had cried herself to sleep. Her tears dried on her tiny face. Alone with their lifeless mother, they had no one to care for them. Their father had already passed away. The messenger's heart ached for these helpless children. He couldn't bear the thought of leaving them without their mother. Saddened and troubled, he returned to the heavens, leaving the woman's soul behind. When he faced the god of death, he confessed, "I couldn't take her soul. Forgive me, but you don't understand the situation. There are 3 tiny innocent triplets, one still nursing, another wailing, and the third asleep with tears on her face. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Can't we let their mother live a little longer, just until the girls grow older?" The god of death listened, but was filled with anger. "So you think you're wiser than the one who controls life and death? You've committed your first sin, and for this you'll be punished. Return to Earth, and you will stay there until you laugh at your own foolishness 3 times. Only then may you return." Though the messenger accepted the punishment, he believed he had done the right thing. Deep down, he couldn't imagine how he would ever laugh at his own supposed foolishness. The messenger was cast down to Earth. Not far from where he landed, a cobbler was preparing to go to the city to buy warm clothes for his children as winter approached. On his way, the cobbler saw the shivering messenger, cold and naked by the side of the road. Moved by compassion, the cobbler used his money, meant for his children's clothes, to buy a blanket and warm clothes for the stranger. "Come with me," the cobbler said. "My wife might get upset, but don't worry. Things will settle down." The messenger followed the cobbler home, but as soon as they arrived, the cobbler's wife erupted in anger. "You wasted our children's money on a stranger," she yelled. Seeing her frustration, the messenger laughed for the first time. The cobbler, surprised, asked, "What's so funny?" The messenger replied, "I'll explain everything after I've laughed 3 times. For now, don't ask." He had laughed because the cobbler's wife, in her anger, couldn't see the blessings her husband's kindness had invited into their home. Over time, the messenger learned the cobbler's trade and excelled. The shoes he made became famous, and soon the cobbler became wealthy. One day, a royal servant arrived with a rare piece of leather, asking for shoes for the king. The cobbler warned the messenger, "Make shoes, not sandals. There's only enough leather for 1 pair, and mistakes won't be forgiven." But the messenger made sandals. The cobbler was furious. "Why would you do this? You'll get us killed." At that moment, the servant returned, exclaiming, "The king has passed away. He must be buried with sandals, not shoes." Hearing this, the messenger laughed a second time. He realized that humans often plan for the future, but life has its own unpredictable path. Days later, 3 young women visited the cobbler's shop to order shoes for their weddings. Accompanied by an older woman, the messenger recognized them. They were the triplets he had left with their mother. The older woman explained, "I found these girls as babies, alone with their dead mother. I raised them as my own, and now they are to marry into royal families." Hearing this, the messenger laughed for the 3rd and final time. He realized his mistake. Returning to the heavens, he told the god of death, "I was wrong. Fate is far greater than we can comprehend. I've laughed at my foolishness 3 times. My punishment is over." Life often unfolds in ways we cannot predict. Challenges may seem insurmountable, but they often lead to unexpected growth or blessings. Trust the journey, for even the toughest moments may be part of a greater plan. This story reminds us to be patient and have faith, knowing that life's mysteries will reveal themselves in time.